Ladies and gentlemen, I call the July 7th Annual Hampton City School Board Organizational Meeting to order. This is the annual organizational meeting of the Hampton City School Board. As such, I will preside over the meeting until the election of a chairperson of the Hampton City School Board, which will occur shortly. Ms. Bowers, please call the roll.
Ms. Afonja?
Here.
Ms. Banks-Gray?
Here.
Ms. Cherry?
Here.
Dr. Mason?
Here.
Mr. Samuels?
Present.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Here.
Mr. Kilgore?
Here.
Thank you, Ms. Bowers. Is there a motion to adopt the July 7th, 2021 school board meeting agenda?
So moved, Dr. Smith.
Second.
Okay. The motion was made by Mr. Samuels and a second by Mr. Kilgore. Is there any discussion? Ms. Bowers, will you please call for the vote?
Ms. Afonja?
Aye.
Ms. Banks-Gray?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carried. The school board shall elect one of its members as chairman. Is there a motion for the chairmanship of the Hampton City School Board to serve until the next organizational meeting of the board?
Dr. Smith, I'd like to make a motion that we nominate Ms. Ann Cherry for the position of the chairman. Ms. Ann Cherry has served in that capacity previously. She also holds approximately 17 years as the PR person for Hampton City School. And I firmly believe with us moving post-COVID, we need a leader that has served previous experience as a chair and also internal operation practices and experience as a former Hampton City School staff. So I nominate Ms. Ann Cherry for the position of chairman or chairwoman.
Is there a second?
Second.
The motion was made by Mr. Samuels with a second from Dr. Mason. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Kilgore?
I'd like to sort of open up the floor to, for someone to explain to the public that I believe we are voting on a chair that will serve 6 months.
Yeah.
I wanted somebody to explain, because it's not the traditional 12-month period.
Would you like me to explain?
Sure.
that part? Okay. With the General Assembly making it very clear that all elections will be held now in November, that changes reorganizations for our board. That means the reorganization will be in January. But because this board had advertised and told this community that we would in fact reorganize this July, we held true to our word and decided that we would do that. So we also felt as a board that we could have a chair and vice chair moving into a position for 6 months, and then we would be able to reorganize in January and be right on schedule with what the General Assembly is saying we should be doing.
Yep.
Any other discussion? Ms. Bowers, please call for the vote.
Ms. Afonja?
Aye.
Ms. Banks-Gray?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Abstain.
Mr. Kilgore?
I'd just like to say that I've enjoyed my time as chair, and that I did let all the board members know that I would not be seeking the chair position again, and I intend to work with whoever is the chair and the vice chair, but I am going to vote my conscience, and so my vote is no.
But
Can I explain my abstain? Thank you. Let me begin by saying that I can work with whoever is chair or vice chair. And for me, we've been a thriving and surviving board with whoever has been chair since I've been on this school board. And because we've let wisdom guide our decisions, with that being said, and circumstances the way that they are, I'd rather abstain from voting on the chair or vice chair on tonight doing these procedures.
Motion's carried. Congratulations. I get the opportunity to turn this over to you, Ms. Cherry,
Thank you. Thank you.
and we'll proceed
Appreciate
with the meeting. I will Congratulations. I only got a chance to tap it once a year.
Thank you. Think that's it. Okay, I'd like to say thank you to everybody, especially Mr. Samuels, for those kind words in your nomination. As you know, I have spent 17 years working in Hampton City Schools and right in the trenches, and I'm a very proud Hampton City Schools graduate. So as we move forward, I know we as a board will do everything possible to make sure that our parents and our students and our staff are right in line with what needs to happen. As most of you know, and as many board members are, I am pro-teacher. They're the ones in the trenches, and they're the ones who get it done. And I'm always going to have their back, and I think they know that, as well as someone like Dr. Smith, who obviously has their back, who was able to give a 5% during the pandemic. So that tells me, thank you, that tells us that you're very invested in human capital, I'll say. Okay. Moving on, I'd like to go to item 2.02. The school board shall select one of its members vice chair. Do I hear a motion?
Madam Chair,
Yes,
would
Ms.
like-
Banks Gray.
I would like to nominate Dr. Richard Mason as Vice Chair of the Hampton City School Board for our school year 2021-2022.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I second that motion.
Thank you, Mr. Samuels.
Point of clarification, Madam Chair.
I will do it. Yeah, I would do it. That this, it has been properly moved by Ms. Banks Gray and seconded by Mr. Samuels that we appoint, that the board appoint Dr. Richard Mason as vice chair, which would again be for that 6-month period. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Yes.
I would like to add that working with Dr. Mason on the school board and in the community, his skillful knowledge of mental health speaks for itself. As accomplished mental health provider, I know he will continue to bring added benefit to the social and emotional arena for Hampton City Schools, and through his can-do, innovative leadership, I know he will continue to support our division with a cutting-edge approach. I am delighted to nominate Dr. Richard Mason as our vice chair.
Thank you. Any more discussion? Yes, Ms. Afonja.
I'd just like to say before we go to vote that I'd just like to acknowledge Mr. Kilgore and Dr. Woodhouse for their support over the past year. As a new electee to the board, I did feel very supported and felt very informed throughout the year. And so I'm very excited about all the accomplishments that the board made last year. And I'm very excited also to be moving into to work forward with the new vice chair and the new chair. We have a very strong board here. The whole board has very strong leadership qualities. And so I'm very excited about where we're going, but I'm also feel very good about the past year and the support that I received.
Great. Any other discussion from board members? Hearing none, Ms. Bowers, would you please call for the vote?
Ms. Alfonja?
Aye.
Ms. Banks Gray?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
As before, I definitely look forward to working with Ms. Cherry and Dr. Mason, and I know that we will work well together, but I am going to vote no.
Dr. Mason?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Abstain. And as I said before, that I can work with anyone who is chair or vice chair. But for me, when we've been a thriving and surviving board with whoever has been chair, since I've been on the board, and so we've let wisdom guide and our decisions, and so I would rather abstain from any voting on tonight.
Ms. Cherry?
Procedure.
Did you call me?
Yes.
Aye. Is that everyone, Ms.?
You're the last.
You're the,
You're the last, Ms. Cherry.
I thought I said aye.
You did.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, motion passes. Congratulations. Congratulations, Dr. Mason. You can come and take your seat here in the vice chair spot. And I will say, as Dr. Mason is moving forward, that I'm excited about this whole piece, because quite honestly, when Mr. Kilgore decided that he didn't want to seek the chair anymore, the board felt like, as Mr. Samuel said, coming out of a pandemic, that we probably would be looking to someone who had previous chair experience.
Yeah.
And even though I twisted Mr. Samuel's arm as many ways as I could, we had many conversations, and it was decided that for that 6-month period, that I may be the person to help right the ship, if you will. And I think in going forward in terms of leadership, Dr. Mason is a great addition, because as I was telling Ms. Banks-Gray, I think old eyes have a lot of experience, but sometimes you need a set of new and fresh eyes to get some things done. And one of the things he and I both talked about is the need for strong communication. And we as a board have to have that. There can be no, I thought you knew, there can be no withholding of information. We have to have strong communication. I always say I don't have a lot of strengths, but I know I've got that one. And I would like to also add that with Dr. Mason, he will be involved in every meeting I have with the superintendent and every meeting I have as chair, because I think it's important for him to shadow.
Yes.
And as we move forward and looking at what's best for this school division in terms of leadership. So I do want to say that. You have any words, Dr. Mason?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to say thank you to my fellow board members for the confidence in moving forward with this board administration and in this position as vice chair. My commitment to the community is definitely about service. Ellie Wiesel said, your service is just simply your rent to live here on earth and take up this space. And so I will continue to be of service to this community, to Dr. Smith, and to the school division. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, may I make a?
Yes, sir, Dr. Woodhouse, sorry.
Would like to say that, Mr. Kilgore, let me express the fact that have grown to appreciate you for your awareness of the importance of our children's education and your knowledge of the direction for procedures of board governance. I have enjoyed serving as your vice chair and watching you exercise your insight in the administrative process. Because of your meek and humble personality, you may be feeling that your decision-making have cost you this position as chair, but let me remind you that leadership is the unique ability to control one's power and use it only for the benefit of others. And so God didn't bring us this far to leave us. Ms. Kilgore, I want to say thank you for your leadership, because we have put children #1 in the city of Hampton. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Woodhouse and Ms. Jackson-Afanja, for the kind words. I knew what I was getting into when I signed up to be chair, because it was in the middle of the pandemic, and I have enjoyed working with this board. I've said before, we are very blessed in Hampton for lots of reasons. Dr. Smith is a nationally ranked superintendent. We are very blessed to have him, and we have amazing students in this division, and the staff live by our motto of every child, every day, whatever it takes. And so I very much appreciate your kind words, Dr. Woodhouse, and I look forward to working with all the board members this coming year.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. Kilgore. Any other comments? Okay. We'll move on to item 2.03. The school board, on recommendation of the superintendent, shall appoint Carolyn Bowers as clerk of the school board. Is there a motion?
So move.
It has been moved by Mr. Samuels
Second.
and seconded by Dr. Woodhouse that the school board appoint Carolyn Bowers as clerk of the school board. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Bowers, would you please call for the vote?
Ms. Lafanja?
Aye.
Ms. Banks Gray?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye. Motion carries. Congratulations, Ms. Bowers, yet again. This is how many years for you?
25.
25 years. Okay, quarter of a century. Absolutely. The school board, item 2.04, on recommendation of the superintendent, shall appoint Sally Seidenser, deputy clerk of the school board. Is there a motion?
So moved, Madam Chair.
It has been moved by Dr. Woodhouse, Dr.
Mason?
Mason. And seconded by,
Second.
okay, Mr. Kilgore, that the school board appoint Sally Seidenser, deputy clerk of the school board. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Bowers, please call for the vote.
Ms. Lafanja?
Aye.
Ms. Banks Gray?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye. Motion carries. Now, item 2.05, the school board shall fix a time, a date, and a place for holding regular meetings for the ensuing year. The calendar that we have takes us into January because we're looking at 6 months. I'm sure our board members have been made aware of that.
Yep.
So is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second?
It has been moved by Ms. Alfonja and seconded by Ms. Banks Gray that we approve the calendar which fixes the time, date, and place for holding regular meetings for the board. Any discussions? Hearing none, Ms. Bowers, please call for the vote.
Ms. Lafanja?
Aye.
Ms. Banks Gray?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye. Motion carries. Item 2.06, the school board, on recommendation of the superintendent, shall appoint Dr. John Caggiano as the superintendent's designee to attend meetings of the school board and represent the superintendent in his absence. Do I hear a motion?
So move.
Second.
It has been moved by Mr. Samuels and seconded by Ms. Alfonja that we appoint Dr. John Caggiano as the superintendent's designee. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Bowers, please call for the vote.
Ms. Lafanja?
Aye.
Ms. Banks Gray?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye, motion carries. Item 2.07, the school board, on recommendation of the superintendent, shall appoint Kelly Gorel, the Freedom of Information FOIA officer for Hampton City Schools. She currently serves as the executive director of marketing and public relations. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
It has been moved by Ms. Banks Gray and seconded by Dr. Mason that Ms. Kelly Gore be named the FOIA officer for Hampton City Schools. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Bowers, please call for the vote.
Ms. Lafanja?
Aye.
Ms. Banks Gray?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye, motion carries. Item 2.08, the school board shall appoint Muhammad Al-Safar and Tamia Kelly as student representatives. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Madam Chair.
Second.
Okay, it was moved by Dr. Mason and seconded by Dr. Woodhouse that we approve Muhammad Al-Safar and Tamia Kelly as student representatives. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Bowers, please call for the vote.
Ms. Lafanja?
Aye.
Ms. Banks Gray?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye, motion carries. Item 3.01 is the swearing in of those student representatives. Let's have a hand and ask Muhammad and Tamia to please come forward.
I'll go in the front.
I knew we had some crabbers in the house for a specific reason.
Quite a few.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties incumbent upon me
discharge the duties incumbent upon me
as the school board student representative
as the school board student representative
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Let's have another round of applause for these wonderful students. We have such awesome students in our school division, don't we, Dr. Smith? Okay, moving on to the consent agenda, which consists of item 4.01, personnel report number 21-13, 4.02, school board consent to receipt of donations July 2021. And I'd like to point out, anytime the school board receives a donation or in-kind gift over $500, the board has to vote to accept it. 4.03, minutes of the special meeting of June 16th, 2021. 4.04, minutes of the closed session of June 16th, 2021. And 4.05, minutes of the school board meeting of June 16th, 2021. I don't know if it's the preference of the board to take this as a block. I will wait to hear from board members.
Madam Chair, move approval of the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
It has been moved by Mr. Kilgore and seconded by Mr. Samuels that we approve the consent agenda as presented. Oh, Dr. Woodhouse, I'm sorry. These masks, you can't tell these voices anymore, right?
I'm telling you.
Okay. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Bowers, would you please call for the vote?
Okay, give me 1 second here. Ms. Afonja?
Aye.
Ms. Banks Gray?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye. Motion carries. Consent agenda is approved. Number 5, hearing of any delegations or presentations of any written communications. Ms. Bowers, have you received any?
I do have one I'm going to send down.
I think I've heard this name before. Mr. Paul Karnick.
The podium.
You don't have to read the protocol? The protocol?
Right.
Ms. Bowers, although he's been one of us for a couple of years, would you read the protocol?
Yes. Citizens are invited to address the school board on matters of public concern about the school division. Speaker forms are available prior to the start of the meeting. If you wish to address the school board, please complete the form and give it to the clerk. Each individual will have 5 minutes to speak. All comments shall be directed to the school board. Speakers may not yield their time to another. Speakers should address the school board with decorum on policy issues. Speakers comment on individuals at their own risk of violating confidentiality laws and/or defaming the subjects of their comments. Neither the school board, the superintendent, nor the school administration will respond publicly to any comments by speakers about individuals. Presentation of resolutions, declarations, proclamations, manifestos, awards, or other similar documents not originated under the auspices of the school board or administration is prohibited during the public comment period. The audience is asked to be respectful of all speakers. Public comment is the school board's opportunity to listen to the speaker. Since our purpose is to hear from you, the board will not engage in dialogue with the audience or whomever is at the podium. Matters requiring a response will be directed to the superintendent for research and response. The superintendent may report back on such matters at a subsequent business meeting session as appropriate. The school board carefully considers your comments as we decide matters that are brought before us. We appreciate your attendance and your input.
Okay, Mr. Carnick, take it away.
Sorry, the mic was already on, and I accidentally turned it off. I will admit that before I speak, that I'm a little bit nervous, probably because I'm here and not on the stage. That is certainly a reversal of how things have normally been or how I'm used to them. But good evening, Dr. Smith, Chair Cherry, Vice Chair Dr. Mason. I almost said Dr. Woodhouse, gotten used to that for a year. But obviously, our two new student representatives to the school board, Mr. Mohammed Al-Safar and Ms. Tamia Kelly, and the Hampton community, as well as our staff members that are here tonight. So I am here to address, although I do want to offer, again, a congratulatory note to our two new student representatives, I'm actually here to discuss a policy issue which I believe this board could move forward in solving and proposing alternative solutions to. As it currently stands, Hampton City Schools policy dictates that grade point average, especially in high school, that is the sole determinant of class rank, and that, in turn, class rank determines valedictorian and salutatorian honors, as well as honors, highest honors, honors. And so that current relationship is directly between grade point averages, especially at the high school level, and valedictorian and salutatorian honors. I believe, however, that grade point averages are a flawed measure at best, and while they are convenient, they do pose notable challenges. First of all, as the policy dictated, and as I just went through, the grade point averages, or actually I didn't just go through it, but grade point averages are determined on numerical points earned from classes taken, and that is one variable. So when you have a finite field of classes, then you will inevitably have pathways that conflict. The significance of this is that all too often grade point averages can tie, and therefore that class ranks can tie, especially at higher levels when students often take the same pathway of classes, or they take AP or IB classes which have the same weight. You increase the chance that students will have a GPA tie. Indeed, in the past 2 years, one school in our division produced co-valedictorians. They had co-valedictorians for 2 years in a row. And it is to my knowledge that at least one other school in this division in the past 5 years produced co-valedictorians with their graduating class. GPAs, again, like I said, are convenient, but they are flawed because of this propensity to tie. And I fear that the quantitative nature of GPAs does not accurately convey other aspects of the high school experience, such as leadership, community service, care in the school building, and in the welfare of the school, and athleticism, among other traits that distinguish high school graduates among their graduating classes. So I propose that rather than solely grade point averages, that class rank and valedictorian and salutatorian honors, they are determined based on an alternative makeup of several metrics, although I will leave it to this board's discretion onto that. But I fear that there is a McNamara fallacy being committed when we assign such high honors solely to grade point average, that we are only focusing on quantitative variables and ignoring all other variables which cannot as easily be quantified. So that is my first main point, that it is not entirely reflective of the high school experience in determining valedictorian and salutatorian honors. Secondly, it shall be noted that in many cases, the access to the pipeline which yields valedictorian and salutatorians, that access is not equitable, and so our outcomes are not equitable. It shall be noted that 4 out of the 5 valedictorians for the class of 2021 originated from, along their educational journey, Spratley Gifted Center and now Kilgore Gifted Center. And in addition, 3 of the 4 salutatorians also went through Kilgore Gifted Center. And this should be no surprise. Kilgore Gifted Center has for years offered advanced math classes and other electives such as business that allow students to stack the academic deck before entering high school with those credit classes which determine GPAs. And while this may be a broad statement, I know it to be true because that's what I did when I went to Kilgore Gifted Center. But access to Kilgore Gifted Center is not equitable. In 2019, this is the latest year to which my knowledge numbers are available in the local advisory committee report. About 60% of students in the broad Hampton City Schools population were black. 40% of those students at Kilgore were black. Spratley, now Kilgore. So you had an underrepresentation of 20 percentage points in that pathway, which yields valedictorians and salutatorians. And while that is from 2019, I highly doubt that that number is close, because 20 percentage points does not simply close in 2 years, unfortunately. I wish it did, but I doubt that it has. So the access is not equal, and that is the other main issue with GPAs. And as such, I urge this board to move away from solely GPAs in determining class rank and therefore valedictorian and salutatorian honors. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Carnick. We now move to item 6, other items for action, which include 6.01, approval of sole source authorization, 6.02, VSBA Code of Conduct for school board members. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Check.
Okay, it has been moved by Ms. Afanja and seconded by Dr. Mason that we approve the items for actions, which include the sole source authorization and the VSBA Code of Conduct for school board members, which I will add that all board members have already signed. Any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Bowers, please call for the vote.
Ms. Afanja?
Aye.
Ms. Banks Gray?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye. Now moving to, motion carries. Now moving to item 7, 7.01. Notice, I want to make sure that people understand that all of the policies for Hampton City Schools are available to the public online at www.hampton.k12.va.us. So if you're ever searching for a policy, you can easily find it there. Next meeting. The next meeting of the Hampton School Board will take place on August the 4th, 2021. It will be held 6:30 p.m. here at Jones Magnet Middle School, and Dr. Mason will be presiding because I had already made plans. 7.03, any information to come from the superintendent?
Madam Chair, no further information from the superintendent.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. Any information to come from other board members? Any information to be shared by our student representatives? Yes, Mohammed.
I'd like to, say that I will be very excited for the coming school year to work with y'all and every single individually person. And I'm looking forward to represent the school board and the youth of Hampton City Schools. So yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. And we can assure you that we will be moving forward. Mr. Samuels and I have a saying we use all the time that says, even if you're on the right track, if you just sit there, you're still going to get run over. So we're going to be moving. You can believe that. Anything you'd like to say, Tamia?
Similar to Muhammad, I'd just like to say thank you, and I am looking forward to my time on this board.
Thank you. And we're looking forward to working with both of you guys. Being no more information?
Ms. Cherry,
Yes. Mr. Samuels, I'm sorry.
my apologies, Mr. Chairwoman.
Yes, I do believe that that is only if we have the situation.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, so, but thank you for bringing that up, because that
Okay.
could have been that. So there being no more business, the meeting is adjourned.